Hello, today is the 2nd of May 2012. This is the second video of the day. The first one was regarding silver. If you want to see the older ones, click on this button in here and all of, or maybe about 30 or so of my previous videos will be displayed within the channel. Let's get on to the gold chart, and this is the daily chart. We'll look at the daily as well as the weekly. If anyone has any requests for different types of charts they'd like to see, please let me know any other types of questions. If I'm able to answer them or able to do the chart, then I will put it up. So let's get on to the analysis for gold. Starting on this period in here, what has happened is the market has turned neutral in that it has stayed below this line and above this particular one, really another form of indecision. Now I want to start or move on within this high and this low, because since this has occurred, what has happened is a pattern of lower highs and higher lows. There's a lower high, higher low, lower high, and whenever this is the case, this is an indecisive, neutral type of pattern, you get a symmetrical triangle every single time. So that's what's going on right now. The 18-period average is starting to rise, however. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go higher from here, but it is something to look at and see how this can take place. Because when you start to notice this is starting to turn over after being in a downward and sideways movement like we see, then the resistance that was established, it was established in here, really needs to be taken out and really confirm a move above this significant mark that we are showing in here. The significant Fibonacci, the 2/3 retracement, which is pretty much the same as the 30 for silver, has been tested on two different occasions. It has stayed above it, and because it has yet to break below, that means the move from this point to this point has yet to become that of a failed move. The Fibonacci retracement from now this point to this one in here, whenever you find support at this line, which happened, then this is the next significant area, and then you'd have another one somewhere up there. But if and when we get there, then we'll look at it at that time frame right now. So therefore, still bearish on a level from point A to point B, but because of this moving average starting to go higher, then I guess until it really gets down below 1645, 1641, then there'd be no reason to be in any kind of bearish camp. Now let's take a look at this on a weekly chart. And I guess we can go a good news, bad news kind of ordeal. The bad news is that it's been resisting this little area for quite some time now, really a couple of months. I'm just counting in my head now, 8 different periods, which is really 2 months of finding resistance on this bottom level. It represents the high from here and the low from in here. So for this selling to be a failed move, it needs to hold and break above here. And for the neutrality to end, it's got to really break below here, which it kind of has, but it's finding resistance at that level instead of breaking down. Any move below 1620 would set up yet another test of the 1500 and change mark. Now, that was the bad news. The good news is that I'm actually putting the Fibonacci with a low here instead of anywhere below and down here. I have this low here of like 1100 and change. And when I look at the longer term charts of gold, I can't distinguish what a correct low might be, with the exception of the 250 lows from a little over a decade ago. So this, to me, you're seeing a sideways consolidation in what's been an ultimately amazing uptrend over the last 12 years. So whether this is ready to have another significant consolidation period like was the case in 2008, still very difficult to point out. Obviously, the next level of support breaking down below here is in around 1400. It's a key Fibonacci level. It's also an area that was a major level of resistance. And for things to really get going and pick up, it needs to really break above this 1760 level. And thank you for tuning into today's gold analysis. Again, if there's any requests that you may have, please leave them in the comments section below. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.